This is the best kids electric e-bike on the market right now by far. This is the RFN e-bike, and my niece has been riding it, my nephew's been riding it, I've even been riding it, and this thing is just gnarly. I like that it resembles more of a dirt bike style too, rather than a typical balance bike, because this just gets them used to riding a normal dirt bike, which I prefer, rather than a hybrid electric bicycle type of ride. So this thing is just way better in my opinion, and it lets kids grow into it and use it for a longer period of time because this thing is powerful, comes with a lot of features. So in this video, I just wanted to share with you a little bit more about this to see if it might be right for you.
Whoever's watching this, I hope you have fun, and this video is awesome, I hope.
So first of all, it comes with 14-inch tires, which is great because it's nice and large for kids. That way it smooths out the ride. They're not gonna hit little bumps and cracks and fall over as easy with these larger tires. And they have pretty decent tread on them as well. So they're pretty versatile when you wanna ride it in gravel or on the pavement or in the grass or on trails. We've taken this out all over the place and it's been holding up fine. One of the nicest things about this e-bike actually is the suspension is so buttery smooth. It comes with front suspension and rear suspension, but it's not a typical cheap e-bike suspension. This thing feels like the quality of a normal dirt bike because I've even sat on it and rode it, and this thing just gently compresses and it feels so smooth when you're riding it, even for someone my size, and I'm 5'10", I weigh 160 pounds, and this thing was even fine for me riding it. And for the kids, they kept saying how nice it was to ride this over the other kids e-bike that I currently own. So this thing just has great suspension. I feel like it's on par with like a Sur-Ron or an adult size electric bike. Another thing that's great about this e-bike is they didn't cheap out on the brakes. These are nice hydraulic disc brakes, and it stops the e-bike so smoothly and safely, especially if you're going to be traveling at faster speeds. This is just nice that you have peace of mind that your kid is going to be able to stop on here abruptly and safely. And it comes with 2 brakes on it to control the back tire or the front tire, depending on how they want to brake or how aggressively they want to brake. The battery life on this thing is pretty awesome as well. It advertises that you can go 15 miles on one trip, which is a long ways to go for a kid. And when they were riding this around the yard, they were able to ride this, I don't know, I feel like it was close for an hour straight. Obviously they took breaks and kept going and whatnot, but they were riding this thing all day it felt like, and the battery held up great. But also a nice thing about this e-bike compared to cheaper ones that I've seen is the time it takes to charge this thing is quite less than the other cheaper versions. It only takes like 2.6 hours to fully charge this when it's dead. And that is a short amount of time because my other e-bikes take around like 5 hours or so. So this is almost half the time it takes to charge. Another great thing about this e-bike is the motor. This is a 700 watt motor, so there is a ton of power behind it. And this actually depends when you go onto Amazon and actually look this e-bike up. There's different options, and basically they change in price and they change in the performance in the motor output. So I got like the top of the line one, which comes with the 700 watt motor, which I feel like is the way to go because this thing is awesome. It has the power to haul me around. And like I said, I am way heavier than a kid, so I don't feel like you're gonna break this thing. I don't feel like it doesn't have the juice to get your kid up hills or around different types of terrain. I feel like this thing has a ton of power behind it. But like I said, you can save more money if you want to go for a more reserved e-bike. But that's also another great feature about this is it has different speed levels. That comes with 3 different gears, 1, 2, or 3, and they all have different speed capabilities, so it maxes out at a top speed of 21 miles an hour, which is really fast. If you watch my nephew or niece riding on the top speed mode, they are just hauling on this thing. But it has a second gear, which is kind of that medium speed, and then it has first gear, which is very reserved. My youngest nephew was able to ride this. I can't even remember how old he is, maybe like 4 or something. And he was just fine on it. He rode it with no problem at all. And all he had to do was make sure he stayed balanced on it. So I really like that it has those different speed options because then your kid can grow into it and they can use it for multiple years because it has that larger weight capacity, because it has that strong motor, and because it has all those different gears. You can get this for your kid when they're like 3 and they can ride it until they're like 8. So that is a long time of having an e-bike, and they could have fun on it all through those years. Or they could even ride it when they're 30, like me. And then it's also a lot of fun for me. So I feel like this thing is just durable and will last you a long time. You don't have to worry about it breaking down on you, especially if you have multiple kids and you want to pass this down from kid to kid. I feel like this would be a great option for you. Another advantage about this compared to those balance bikes is this has a secure place for your kids to put their feet. They have these nice metal footrests on them that kind of have those grippies underneath as well so that they can stick their feet to them and ride this safely. The balance bike sometimes only has a small little narrow spot for them to kind of hug their feet on, but this, they can stand up and ride it if they want to. They can sit down. They can just have fun with it. One maybe minor drawback of this e-bike is the battery isn't removable, so you can't pop it out and charge it in the house and bring it back out to the bike. It's embedded right into the e-bike there, so you can't get multiple batteries so that you can swap them out. You're kind of just stuck with the battery that it comes with, and then you'll just charge this e-bike right in an outlet. I charged mine in the garage and it was fine. So that maybe is one drawback about this. A few other nice things about this e-bike is right here in the middle, it has a nice soft squishy pad in case your kid falls forward. They're not gonna hurt their face on the handlebars here, so I like that. And then it also comes with this nice little wrist strap here that you can put this around your wrist, and that way if your kid falls off the bike, this comes detached, and then the throttle will no longer work when this isn't on here. So that's kind of a nice little safety mechanism that it comes with that. And then it has your on-off switch right here. And then once you turn it on, you'll be able to see how much battery life you have left. And then right here, it's a full twist throttle, which resembles a normal dirt bike, which I love that way better than like a thumb throttle or something else. This just gets them used to riding a normal dirt bike. Honestly, if you want your kids to get used to riding a dirt bike, I feel like this thing is right on par with a top grade e-bike for adults. I feel like this thing is better than like a Sur-Ron, like I mentioned, or an E-Ride Pro or a Telaria, whatever e-bike you're looking at. This thing is awesome. I've been loving it. And even for someone like me, like I want to learn how to wheelie because I don't know how to do that. And sometimes trying to wheelie on like an adult size e-bike is a little bit daunting or intimidating for me, but I can practice on this and it's no problem at all. It gets me used to finding that balance point when I'm riding it. So I've been having fun on this myself. I've been taking my daughter on this as well, and it's been just a blast to ride this thing. If you're looking for a quality kids electric dirt bike, then this is definitely the way to go. But since it's a premium product, it does come at a little bit higher of a price point. At the time of this recording, it comes in at a price of $800. But I feel like that is well worth it because this thing will last you a long time. And honestly, some of the competitor e-bike brands that make other versions of kid bikes are more expensive than this. If you want to buy a Stasic or a Beta or a KTM kids e-bike, those things are well into the thousands of dollars. So if you want to go with this option, I feel like you'll be more than pleased with it. And again, this is their most expensive version of this bike. So if you want to save some more money, you can get one of their other options with like a smaller motor or something. But I've been super pumped with this, and I just think it's an awesome choice if you're looking for your kid to start riding and having fun.
So the other bike that I showed you guys the video, it ran out quick, but this one chills out. Like I can ride this decently, and it won't. Like I don't tip over, I don't fly over. It's just I'm pretty good.
So if you're interested in this product, I'll put a link in the description below for you to check it out for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on another one.